Tech fans, welcome to Up with the White and Gold. I'm your host, Jeremy the Impact York. No John this week. He is out on assignment, taking care of some stuff. Could be back next week. Um, Happy birthday, Charlie. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you have a great ninth birthday tomorrow. Hope to see you. Good fan of the show. Big fan of Chuck. Um, man, if before we get into tech talk, as this is Impact Media's weekly dive into the world of Georgia Tech football. I want to tell you guys that if you want to follow the show, you can go to our YouTube channel, impact_media_, and give us a like, a subscribe, a question, comment, rating, review, suggestion, brownie recipe. I prefer brownies, but I'll take a recipe. Just interact with us. We love to respond back to stuff. We love to respond to you guys and to put out content you guys actually want to see. Okay. Let's get into the tech talk. So basically, Tech is sitting at 5-4. They are 3 games to go. They only need one win to get to bowl eligibility. And let's see how this started. They started off 1-0 over Florida State. Turns out it wasn't the Florida State team we thought it was, but it didn't matter. And they beat them. They were number 10. Then they beat Georgia Tech. Not Georgia Tech, Georgia State. Go 2-0. Syracuse got them 2-1. They beat VMI. That's 3-1. Louisville got them 3-2. They beat Duke 4-2. They beat North Carolina 5-2. And then losses to Notre Dame, Virginia Tech. Got them at 5-4. Okay. All right. We got them at 5-4, right? Off to a hot start. And then, I'll be honest. Wasn't sure how they were going to do on Notre Dame. Notre Dame is a really good squad. Louisville and Syracuse also, they have shots at the ACC title. Thought they'd beat Virginia Tech, and they came out just absolutely flat against Virginia Tech. You could say it's partially that Haynes King is injured. It's a shoulder injury. Brent Key come out and said it's a shoulder injury, although it's listed as an upper body injury. That's horse manure, because that's something that hockey does, where it's either an upper body or a lower body injury. That's just how they do things. That's almost disrespectful to us as fans, let alone Haynes with the injury. Just call it an upper body injury. No, it's a shoulder injury. We know he injured his shoulder. We watched him injure his shoulder. We watched him still continue that game against, I believe it was North Carolina, where they just ran the whole second half. They could have used him against Notre Dame and Virginia Tech, but they didn't have him. So, is what it is as far as that. Zach Pyron's done an okay job, and Philo did okay in relief duty. But Haynes King is what this thing is built around, and it's nothing personal to Pyron or Philo. But this is built very much around Haynes King. This is unfortunately what happens when you build an offense around one person, and then that person's out. It happens. So let's see. This week they will welcome in number 4 ranked Miami, who is 9-0, looking to go 10-0. Miami really on a roll. The latest update that I read going into this one is that Haynes King is kind of day to day. Something tells me by tomorrow morning when they start to practice and warm up for this game, we're going to find out if Haynes King's going to play or not. And I'll be honest, I don't know how well this team can do offensively against Miami without Haynes King. I'll just be honest. That's where I'm at with this. I think the defense can do a good job of keeping the Hurricanes um, around 20 points, but can they score more than 20 points? I don't think so. I just I don't think that they can under Pyron or Philo. I think you absolutely need Haynes King, and if you don't have Haynes King, this one might get ugly in a hurry. And unfortunately, this is going to be right across the street from where my background is there. Um, I just don't understand it. They're really going to have to get to it. Miami is going to be bringing it. They're going to be bringing it heavy. Um, was it the 12 kickoff? 12 p.m. kickoff on ESPN. Miami's a 10-point favorite. It might get more than that. It might get more. Tech fans, this one might be ugly. And this is where it's going to get even more interesting because as we go back to the schedule, remember, you need one win to get to 6, which is bowl eligibility. Doesn't mean you're going to get picked, but it usually does. Well, if you come up flat against Miami, you need Haynes King back super serious for NC State and for Georgia because you're going to have to win one of those two. And Georgia's starting to really pick up on a roll. I do think you're a fun, quirky matchup with them. But without Haynes King, it's not going to happen. If you're going to beat NC State, which is right there at 5-4 with you, who does NC State have this week? Next week could be both those teams at 5-5. They have Duke. Well, they might could win that one. But yeah, they've got Duke, they've got Georgia Tech, and then they've got North Carolina. Okay, NC State probably going to make it in. They're going to win one of those. But Tech fans, really, I think your defense is doing well. I think your special teams, you're kicking everything. Your coverage is really starting to hit on all cylinders. Your offense shows signs of good things. But without your captain, this boat is just wading in the water. And I know Brent Key said that both backup quarterbacks would be ready to play. Well, being ready to play and actually doing well on the field, two completely separate things. Absolutely just conflicting things there. I said there are bright spots. I think Jamal Haynes, if you can run him a lot, maybe you can control the clock and keep Ward and Martinez and Strepo from just torching you. But I think if you can't get the run game established, then it doesn't matter who the quarterback is. Something they're going to have to look into. I wasn't trying to doom and gloom this week, but Tech fans, you're going to need some help. It's at Bobby Dodd, so go pack it out. Be loud. That's something KSU used a couple of weeks ago when they beat Liberty. I've never heard that stadium that loud. As Coach said, I've seen more people here, but I've never heard it that loud. Go pack it out. Go make it hard on Miami to hear. That could give you something. But man, this game is a big one. Because like I said, if you don't win this one, then now you have a 1 out of 2 shot of winning a game to be bowl eligible at 6 wins. And one of those games is against the number 1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs. Not saying it's impossible, just saying it's out there. It's out there at the moment. But we're going to be watching. Hopefully you guys are watching along as well. We will. John should be back next week. We should be able to get into all the things about reviewing this game and trying to preview if they can beat NC State and maybe get that 6th win. But for now, I'm Jeremy the Impact York. This has been Up with the White and Gold. We will see you guys next week. Deuces, gooses. Go Jackets.